Hey guys, welcome to the third episode of Into the Unknown. I am so happy to be here and make content, and I am so grateful for the people who are taking the time out of their day to watch. Today's video is all about humankind's attempted conquest of the planet Mars, in which is led mostly by Elon Musk and his fellow comrades over at SpaceX. Today we explore a little information about Mars, Elon, and his plans for Mars. The biggest question we ask ourselves and explore in today's video is life on Mars really possible? Let's find out. Part 1. All about Mars. Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun, 142 million miles to be exact. Here you can see what Mars is in our solar system comparatively to Earth. Another name Mars is commonly known as is the red planet. This is due to the iron-rich minerals which exist in its regolith. Regolith is a loose layer of rocky material overlaying bedrock. Scientists believe that the iron in the regolith oxidizes or rusts, which turns to an orange-red color, hence the nickname Red Planet. Mars's atmosphere is what you might call intense. It has a thin atmosphere and temperatures are freezing cold, going as low as -81 degrees Fahrenheit. Because of this atmosphere, scientists believe that it is unlikely for water to exist. Although recent findings have shown that there may be water or ice that exists underground. There are seasons on Mars, just as Earth has, although a year in Mars is longer, consisting of 687 days. Mars has 2 moons, and the air is mostly made up of carbon dioxide, which is commonly known to be toxic for the human body. There are channels, valleys, and gullies that are found all over Mars, suggesting that liquid water may have existed on the surface at some point. In 2018, the European Space Agency's Mars Express spacecraft detected what could be a slurry of water and grains underneath some ice in the Planum Austral. That is the center of the planet. Much research and investigating is still ongoing to find out the true status of Mars and water. The planet is covered in ice caps, canyons, and extinct volcanoes. Additional polar ice caps begin to appear in the winter months on Mars, and water ice snow falls from the clouds. These polar ice caps appear to be finely layered stacks of water, ice, and dust. It is said that the red planet has strange winters, as a NASA orbiter recently found its first detections of carbon dioxide in Mars's clouds. The red planet is known for devastating dust storms, the largest in the solar system, and are capable of covering the entire planet in a thick blanket of dust for months at a time. Mars also has no known magnetic field, but some areas of the planet are 10 times more strongly magnetized than anything we've seen on Earth, suggesting that this could be the remnants of Mars once having a magnetic field that has been destroyed. Mars is the most explored body in our entire solar system, and it's the only one we've sent rovers to search. Currently, there are 2 rovers there and 1 lander. Rovers are responsible for collecting a lot of data that has supported the evidence available to us now. They have discovered that Mars was once a warm and wet planet similar to Earth and had a much thicker atmosphere billions of years ago. This also aids in the theory of liquid water being sustained on the planet at some point. NASA's Next Generation Perseverance rover, which of whom is the largest and most advanced to this date, landed on Mars almost a month ago on February 18, 2021, after a 203-day and 293 million mile journey. Fun fact for everyone, Mars has the highest mountain and deepest, longest valley in our entire solar system. It is called the Olympus Mons, which is also a volcano, and it is 17 miles high. This is 3 times as tall as Mount Everest. Part 2: SpaceX and Elon Musk. Elon Musk was born in South Africa in 1971. He's currently 49 years old and was recently, as of January 2021, made the richest man in the world. He originally founded X.com in 1999, which later became the website PayPal. In later years, he founded the company SpaceX in 2002, which the company's main mission from the start was to help humanity to become a multi-planet species. The year following, he founded the company Tesla, which is a luxury car brand. Elon has expressed his hopes of going to Mars in many public interviews and has talked about his feelings surrounding the phenomenon. He states that he is highly confident that he will have a human crew in Mars by 2026. Musk understands that every process and step in going to Mars needs to be planned and executed perfectly to make this possible. He plans that the very first SpaceX Starship will be lived and worked out of in the early beginnings of colonization. He has thrown around differing ideas, but says that he has a plan to create a habitable bubble that will eventually encompass the entire planet. In one of his more controversial proposals, he has said that to make Mars more habitable, one could nuke the poles. As he states, he means that letting off thermonuclear bombs onto the planet on its poles will force Mars to release massive amounts of greenhouse gases to warm up the planet. As far as getting a spaceship there, he has one main plan to execute during the time period where Mars and Earth align favorably for a landing, which is once every 26 months. He plans to launch his 165-foot tall Starship into space. The Starship is the craft that they have been working on for the launch to Mars. Currently, SpaceX is testing early versions of the Starship to envision the journey and also to evaluate potential landing sites. Musk says Starship could launch as early as 2024. SpaceX and Musk are aware of the complexities of the journey. The Starship's means of getting there will rely on its super heavy booster to navigate through deep space. The Starship will rely on fuel deposits that are stationed throughout Earth's orbit. Other starships will essentially meet up with the existing Starship already in space to pass off more fuel to it. Then, the Starship reaching Mars has a heat-resistant shield surrounding it so it won't explode when making its landing, as the craft will reach extremely fast speeds. They only first plan to stay 4 to 6 months to not pose the first crew to risks of too much radiation exposure. The team's first priority is to scout and assess the planet's local supplies and to map out and discover if there are materials on Mars to produce more fuel for the Starship. Recently, this past December 2020 and this February 2021, 2 SpaceX prototypes failed and went up in flames when trying to begin their journey into space. The first failure came when not enough propellant for the Raptor engines for a final burn before touchdown, and the second was due to one of the 2 engines failed to relight for a final burn. Regardless of struggles, although, it doesn't seem Musk or SpaceX are willing to slow down anytime soon. They are determined to get humans living on Mars in our lifetime. One has to wonder, though, why would anyone want to live on Mars with all these harmful risks? And could we even really sustain a life there? Part 3. Could we live on Mars? And do we really want to? If you're Chief Scientist Jim Green from NASA, you surely believe we can live on Mars, as he stated. He quoted, "Humans will absolutely be on Mars in the future." Whether he means visit or live, I am unsure, but it seems more than just Musk are eager to have multi-planetary living options. The fact that Mars has a similar soil base to Earth is seemingly enough for folks to want to move there. Recently, organic carbon-based materials were found in Mars's soil, which is a building block for life. There is also the reason that traces of water and potential water has been found, and as we all know, where water is, there is life. Because of the soil, scientists believe that it would be good for beans, asparagus, and potatoes to start for crops and agriculture. Mars is also the most similar to Earth in all of our solar system for some of the above reasons and others. So people are finding that this may be a place that could be habitable someday. But for me, it's clear after my research that Mars is 100% the most uninhabitable place to live. I have concluded that there is no way I would ever want to live on Mars nor travel there. The risk is too high for the seemingly mediocre outcome. Firstly, haven't we learned our lesson yet? Look at the current state of our planet. And now we want to cover another planet in a plastic bubble? This can't be good for so many reasons, as Mars is a foreign place. We do not know how the atmosphere will react to a huge plastic bubble. And what if it pops? You wouldn't be able to go anywhere on the red planet without a spacesuit on. As the air is purely made up of gases, we cannot breathe. There is the eventual death that could happen due to long-term exposure to radiation, like cancer, or the fact that the temperature is so cold you could literally freeze to death, or your blood could boil right where you stand due to how low the atmospheric pressure is. In my opinion, Mars is seemingly the most inhabitable place to live. It doesn't even have the basics for human life, like water or fresh oxygenated air. Mars is also known for the devastating effects of dust storms, so how could we propagate any agriculture? It would all be destroyed in seconds unless all crops are manufactured indoors, which would be the only way. It just seems too doctored and unnatural for me to buy into. And not to mention the scarier risks of solar flares. Solar flares is an intense burst of radiation coming from the release of magnetic energy associated with sunspots. Mars is a known place where solar flares are held. Does this sound safe to you? Why would we want to visit or live there? Human curiosity sure gets the best of us. It is extremely fascinating, the prospects of actually living on another planet. I just believe that maybe we should take better care of our current home planet before trying to go elsewhere. I've made up my own mind. Now, what do you think? Do you think we should try to inhabit Mars? Is it worth it in your eyes? Let me know down in the comments. Also, leave any ideas for any upcoming content you want to see. Thank you for tuning in, and I really appreciate any likes, comments, or subscriptions. Hoping to see you all soon. Bye now.